Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, MCC's next huge update is now finally here, and there is a lot of new stuff, a lot of really cool new stuff in this update. So, for this video, we'll be taking a look at pretty much all the major new features and additions that we're getting with this new MCC update. And like I said, it is pretty awesome. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is that the UI has changed a little bit on the main menu and the settings menu, in that we are now getting a new controller mapping UI actually, and it's actually pretty nifty, and there's a lot of an additional cool feature for PC users as well on top of that. So the main thing is that with controller bindings, the customization menu for that is a lot. It's a lot more refined. You can customize it a lot more than you previously could now, down to like every single button and feature. So that is, I know that's something that a lot of people, controller users, have wanted for a while. But on top of that, for PC users, you can now even upload modded like controller profiles or your own custom controller profiles to the Steam Workshop, and people can download that and then load it up on MCC as like any other mod pack that you could download on there. All right, next up we have the Acrophobia Skull is finally here officially for Halo CE. So technically, the Acrophobia Skull has been available for Halo CE for a while now. You just had to mod MCC to enable the skull, so that you could activate it and then use it yourself. And it was technically always there and fully functional, but now it is available for CE officially, no mods needed, and on Xbox as well. So for those of you who don't remember, the Acrophobia Skull is that skull that was first added to Halo 3 a long time ago that lets you fly around anywhere you want in the campaign. You can just, it's a really cool and fun skull to use. And it was eventually added to pretty much every other Halo game except for CE. But now it's finally here for CE in this update. Next up, Halo 2 is finally getting the secret gold Moas. Pretty much every other Halo game has gotten it except for Halo 2. And now Halo 2 campaign has the golden Moas, just hidden around like every campaign map. So here's where one of the Moas is. I'm not gonna show like all of them, but I could do like a video covering all the Moa locations if you guys want. But these are just for the MCC challenges to find the Moas every week and get season points for that. So here's where one of them is on Halo 2, and there's a lot on like every mission. So if you guys want me to do a full video on that, I could. This next was a cool feature that Halo Reach got a while ago too, in that with the Acrophobia Skull enabled for Halo 2, you can now board hunters just like you could in Halo Reach when that was added as well. And this is always like a really cool feature, but yeah, you could board hunters now, and you could either punch them or you could just plant grenades in them. And I'll do like a more comprehensive video on this eventually too. But for this video, I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible now. It's very easy to do. So next up, this has been a really cool addition, and that is Halo 4 now has theater mode available for campaign and Spartan ops. Previously, that wasn't available without modding the game. In fact, I did a video recently where I had to use my multiplayer armors mod, which had theater mode enabled for it, in order to show you guys some new Easter eggs in Halo 4. But now, with this update, theater mode just works. You just play the campaign or Spartan Ops and then go to the theater mode lobby, and you could just watch theater mode, and with that you could just fly around, explore around, take cool screenshots. Or in the case of this video, which we're going to do a quick revisit, you can go to places that you normally couldn't before, and you can actually see some hidden little secrets and Easter eggs, such as this timer in Master Chief's pod. This little secret timer. Now, if you want to know more about this timer and what its purpose is, I did a video like not too long ago about it, so you can just check it out and see what this timer is for, but that's not the point of this video. So next up, Halo 3 has a new game type. Halo 3 got Escalation Slayer, and that is a pretty fun game mode, which is basically gun game, but there's a few variants of it available for Halo 3 as well. There's like the Escalation, there's regular Escalation Slayer, and so on. You know, feel free to try all of them. They're like, it's a really fun game type, and it's all you have to do is like I'm playing solo right now, so like I can't really show you like a full Escalation Slayer gameplay, but basically, like I said, it's like gun game. But if you haven't played gun game before from Call of Duty, Escalation Slayer, at least at the most basic version of it, there's other versions too, as you saw, but the most basic version is you get kills, And the more kills you get, you start switching weapons, and you get to a higher tier of weapons, and eventually whoever's on the last tier gets that last kill, they win the game. Or if you take long enough, you'll get to the next tier eventually, as you see I'm doing here, because I'm playing solo, so I can't get any kills to level up my tiers for the weapons. But yeah, that's basically how it works, and if you never played it before, you definitely should. It's pretty fun. Next up, this is another huge one. Firefight for ODST and Halo Reach now supports 8-player lobbies, and supports the custom game browser as well. So you can host dedicated lobbies for Firefight, for ODST and Reach. Previously, you could only do 4 players for Firefight, and it's always been like that since the Xbox 360 versions of Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. But now, you could have full 8-player lobbies and hosted on a dedicated server as well through the custom game browser. So that is it's a pretty awesome new feature. So all you have to do for this is, like, you don't have to do it in the custom game browser if you don't want to. You could just host your own lobby and invite 7 of your friends for a full 8-player lobby, or you could just host it in the custom game browser, and people can join you and play. And like I said, it works for both Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach. 8 players for both, and full custom game browser support for both as well. So yeah, that's a really huge improvement for this update. Now this next one, Halo 3 ODST now supports multiplayer. Previously it was only campaign and firefight and theater mode, I guess, but now you could do custom games. But as many people have noticed from the Halo Waypoint blog recently, it is basically just for PC only, because it is for mods only. As in, it's not going to be there on Xbox. You can't just go to multiplayer custom games and then launch an ODST custom game, unfortunately. You need to download like a custom map from the Steam Workshop that supports ODST multiplayer. And there's a lot of new maps that came with the mod tools that support this. And I'll show you that in a little bit, but actually I'll show you a couple right now. You can have like some of the new maps included in the mod tools, or you can even have some pre-existing Halo 3 maps that are also in the mod tools as well. So all you gotta do is just go into Steam Workshop and download a ODST multiplayer mod that supports this. And with it, you can actually play full ODST custom multiplayer. But unfortunately, it is just for PC only, and you will have to download modded maps in order to enable it. Otherwise, even on the PC version without those modded maps, the option won't be there either. But it is a fully functioning ODST multiplayer, and it is fully supported by MCC's mod support. And you can, it's pretty fun, like playing with as an ODST. You know, it's something that people have wanted for a while. And I know back in the Xbox 360 days, some modders did have a kind of pseudo like ODST multiplayer and Forge support back then. But now it's as official as it's gonna get, really. So also, this map you see here, this is the famous Warthog Inc. map. That's a cut Halo 3 DLC map, and it is now available in the Halo 3 ODST mod tools, and you can play it. You can fully play it in the new ODST multiplayer modes. But I'll cover that more later in this video and in other videos. But anyways, as I said before, there are new maps available on the mod tools now, and a few Halo games have gotten quite a few of these new maps, and Halo CE is one of them. And actually, like a lot of these are from the Dig site team that got a lot of like old cut content from the old Halo days and actually brought it to MCC's mod tools. So you can actually load them up, play them in multiplayer, play them on MCC, do whatever you want. It's really cool. Halo 2 got it as well. Here's a couple examples. I'm not going to go like too in-depth in these because I'll cover these in separate videos, because there are so many maps for these games, and I'm just not going to cover them all in this one video. However, there is one map for Halo 2 here that I want to point out. That is this little soccer arena map. You may have noticed from screenshots on the Halo Waypoint blog post, there's a Griffball game type for Halo 2 that's coming, and that was made by me with the help of a couple others, and I will be releasing that very soon on the Steam Workshop, so you'll be able to play Halo 2 Griffball for the very first time. Anyways, moving on to Halo 3. Halo 3 also got a few new maps, and that is all the remaining Halo Online maps. So if you remember, Halo 3 did get a couple new maps from Halo Online, and those were like Waterfall and Icebox. But there were a lot of other maps that it never got, and some of these maps we never even got to see from the other Vito days, like Skybridge here. I'm pretty sure is a pretty new one, and it's a really cool map, and all these are available in the tags and the Halo mod tools. But for your convenience, I did compile all of them into one big Halo Online mod pack, which I'll be putting on the Steam Workshop, so you can all download it and try it out right away without having to compile it yourself and load it up. But anyways, aside from Halo 3, ODST also got a lot of new maps, and ODST got all the remaining like Halo 3 cut DLC maps and never made it into the final game. Some of these maps you might have heard of before or seen from like Bungie, VDocs, or videos of cut content, and like one of them, such as Warthog Inc. here, which you saw earlier in the video, this is one that's been like talked about a lot in the community for a long time, and it's been shown a couple times in Bungie documentaries, I think. But yeah, it's finally here in the tags for ODST in the mod tools, and it's like you saw earlier, it could be loaded up in ODST multiplayer. And one of the last big new features is custom main menu backgrounds. Now, this is a screenshot from the Halo Waypoint blog post, but you could always replace the background of MCC, but now it's more official that you could download custom backgrounds from the Steam Workshop for the PC version, of course. So yeah, there you guys have it. Those are pretty much all the highlights of the new update for MCC. As you saw, a lot of big features for both Xbox and PC users. So definitely a lot of cool stuff for you guys to check out pretty soon. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. If you did, then as always, make sure to leave a like, leave thoughts and comments. Let me know what you think about this new update for MCC. And aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.